what the fuck?
What?
What are you doing? What is
I'm
that?
having some fun.
No, what is that?
This is an automatic weapon.
Joe,
What's wrong with it?
It's Battlefield 1. It's World War 1.
It's fine. Everybody's fucking running around with automatic weapons anyways.
No, you're not everybody, Joe. Go back.
No one's gonna
Go
see
back and
me.
get your standard issue
Nobody's
rifle.
gonna see me.
Go
It's
back and
fine.
get your standard
It's fine.
issue
Come
rifle.
on.
Go back. Soldier, you disobeying orders.
No,
you go back.
No, I'm fine.
Ready? Up in the trench! God damn it! Joe, what the fuck are you doing? Another machine gun? Another fucking assault rifle?
You noticed, huh?
What is this?
This is French. It's FAMAS.
Yes, I know it's a FAMAS. The French aren't even in the game, Joe. Go
You don't
back.
know that.
I bought that World War I gun for this goddamn review, and you're gonna fucking use
This is
it.
fucking sweet.
It doesn't matter
What's up?
that everybody else. You go back. Go back. That's more like it, Joe. You ready? Ready? Go!
Yeah, I fucking love this thing.
Whatever, Joe. Let's go.
Charge!
Guys, I am ridiculously impressed with Battlefield 1. It looks amazing, it feels amazing, and it plays amazing. DICE did a wonderful job in giving us something different, but also instantly familiar with its setting. The entire game makes a very strong first impression. Joe, bob and weave, let's go!
You ready?
Bob and weave! You're not weaving!
Behind the tree.
Where's the bobbin? Oh, he's shooting you, Joe! Bob and weave!
Yeah, I got it.
Oh my god, I can't believe you did it.
Me neither.
But I gotta admit, it does eventually give way to some of its faults, making it a bit less of a legendary game than I was initially expecting. Now that's not to say that it's not polished. Hell, this one worked at release far better than the infamous botched Battlefield 4 release.
Can we be on a team now? Or do you want me to spank you again?
We can be on the team if you want.
What am I looking at?
Do you see this on my screen right now? Do you see this shit here? Oh, this shit here? This shit is unacceptable! And the AAA levels of sound design, graphics, and combined arms warfare that we all love are here in their full glory. Did I just dodge that plane? Oh, fuck!
Oh God, I'm on fire.
There are so few things that get my blood pumping, like blaring my World War I whistle and charging the enemy positions while gunfire streaks by me in all directions. The chaos of war just erupts in full effect. It's awesome.
Bunch of guys to our right.
Yep.
Behind, over here to our right.
Grenade.
I gotta reload.
Got him.
Keep me up.
One
Keep
down.
pushing.
Heading up over them. Marking. Oh, down.
Watch the giant cannon.
Dude, on my
Watch
dead body.
that giant cannon.
Yeah, the giant cannon does 7. Big bubble sticking out
Son of a bitch. Wow, this
I
game.
need you guys to spawn at me.
Wow, this game is fun. The fucking immersion is amazing.
They did good.
Keep alive.
You done good. So, let's start with multiplayer this time when reviewing. Now, with your friends playing with you in your squad, it is a damn cool experience that few other games can match. I just love this squad-based gameplay, okay? The fact that there are, in most modes, very clear objectives, a sense of battle lines, just combined arms. This franchise is my go-to for my wartime simulations. Yes, even over Call of Duty. From a technical aspect, it's amazing the dynamic weather effects, the impressive looking explosions, smoke, muzzle flashes, particle effects, even down to the rubble on the ground. It's all expertly crafted, fully immersing you in its world.
Germany wins this day.
We're going to put a techno disco here in this area where your houses used to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Though there is perhaps a bit more casualness in it and some Battlefront DNA thrown in there than I would have preferred.
No, I'm to your right. Look at me.
Where'd you get that?
Not a good place
It's
to
off the
stand, guys.
ground. It's a random
Fuck!
spawn. It's like the hero spawns.
Alright, get up here.
No, Johnny! Ah, you fucking bastard! It's World War I, motherfuckers! I'm invulnerable! Yeah, come on! That best you got? Huh? Yeah! World War I!
Well, it's definitely fun.
All that was left of the fleeing troops were some foot soldiers. After
The game is more inspired by World War I than any sort of real historical accuracy, right? Fun is clearly prioritized over the way warfare was actually fought back then, and let's face it, real World War I wouldn't have been all that fun. And here there's a bit too many automatic weapons and rare exotic, things that are overrepresented. They existed, but perhaps overrepresented. And overall, it makes it feel more like World War II, just with a skin of World War I over it. And while that sounds like an insult, it's really not that big of a deal in my eyes, as I was getting a bit bored of the modern warfare. So I was up for going back in time with a historically, based on title, or more of a hybrid like this one actually is. So outside of the core combined arms and squad gameplay, what makes this particular Battlefield so fun to play? Well, one of the single best additions to it is a new multiplayer gameplay mode called Operations.
Yeah! We did it, boy!
Good game.
we've broken through and captured the fortress. Our cries of victory will be heard.
Wow.
Those bombs from the blimp beard, they fucking decimated them all
Yeah.
for one drop.
Dude, it's not over yet. Next round.
Victory in the mountains meant that the Austro-Hungarian
Now we go to next map.
Dude, this is the fucking coolest shit. There's like all this extra shit. This is the most fun I've had in Battlefield since Bad Company 2. There's a second phase? Holy fuck.
If they won, then this would be over, but we pushed so we get to go to the next map.
That's amazing.
I love it.
This feels like a fucking war.
Dude, this is great.
It really helps things feel like this epic war raging across multiple objectives, multiple maps and areas, and in it you have this clear goal to capture all of the enemy points, pushing them back. You have a certain number of lives for your side in order to accomplish these objectives. And should you lose all your lives before taking all of the objectives, you have 2 more battalions, which are essentially 2 additional retries, but this time with a blimp or a destroyer as backup. It makes both attacking and defending incredibly intense, as you desperately try to kill enough of the enemy before they overrun your position, or as you fight back before you run out of lives. It is a perfect addition for the grand scale in battles of World War I.
I haven't had this much fun in a first-person shooter in a long time.
Ci dirigiamo verso nuove posizioni sulla costa.
This is definitely reminding me of the old
Accanto agli
Battlefield
uomini
days.
potenti mezzi corazzati.
Oh yeah.
Siamo in una
Yeah.
nuova era.
People were complaining because Rush got like that number of player nerf, but it was because of this.
Of course, there's most of all the original modes BF is known for. Rush, Conquest make a return, as well as Team Deathmatch and Domination, which is essentially capture the areas. Those latter two have some funky spawns, which have those modes remind me more of Call of Duty than Battlefield, but they are there for those who enjoy those more unpredictable Rambo-based battles.
Man, it's like no matter where you spawn, you just start getting shot almost instantly.
Lost objective apples.
Made a
Yeah,
comment
this
yesterday.
is the reason why I play Battlefield, is that I can have a sense of war and battle lines and pushing and retreating and flanking. You know, that's why I don't really play Call of Duty all that much.
There is something here for everyone. However, one missing thing. I would have appreciated more specific game modes on what were more historical or maybe more roleplay-like gameplay with trenches, hordes of infantry, no man's land with standard bolt action weapons going at it, no automatics, maybe to one officer. And while you get that in its single player sometimes, there is a serious lack of that trench warfare in multiplayer. And without custom third-party servers, this is pretty much impossible to set up nicely. Why DICE has decided to selfishly refuse third-party companies and the ability to host these servers that I would have created in roleplay is beyond me, and it stinks of the company's console-oriented decision-making. So without this, we have to hope that it's built in for us. And outside of that new operations mode, the only period-type mode is seriously disappointing. The fifth and final mode is War Pigeons. It's more of a joke than anything else. Teams race to find a pigeon on the map, which you don't even get to see as you're holding him, but you hold on to him for a certain amount of time before releasing him to deliver a message back to HQ. It feels oddly comical, it's frantic, it's out of place, though it is a good amount of fun. I'm going to admit to that. But it just doesn't serve to scratch any historical itch.
There's four of them. Jack 'em.
We have picked up the pigeon.
I've got it!
Grenades got me.
Guard me!
I grabbed it.
Flame them all when we need to get out. I need to go. I'm going out. I'm going out. Clear the way. Go open the fucking door!
Grenades!
They got me. They just spammed anti-tank grenades on me.
Message written. Pigeon is ready to be released.
Take him out! Go, go, go!
We have released the pigeon.
Pigeon released!
Go, pigeon, go!
Woo!
Has delivered our message.
And the presence of hero-like units, like the heavy flamethrower guy that can take 1 billion bullets, or the Juggernaut class, which can take more. It can swing smaller matches in smaller player count modes, and those guys will stay on the battlefield until death. And that stuff is carried over from Battlefront, a little more casual than I'd like. Now, in larger games, they're less of an issue. Tanks still dominate, as counters for them in the Assault class feels a bit lacking here, but perhaps this was done on purpose for this particular time period of feeling of the game. Bombers has had an increase in health since beta, but maybe a bit too much, because they can often out-dogfight fighters like 1 to 2, even 2 to 1 odds, sometimes 3 to 1 odds. But thankfully, when shot with dedicated artillery trucks, they can crumble pretty quickly, so keep that tactic in mind. Horse gameplay is incredibly satisfying and fun, although less useful and as an indicator of the times probably, but it sure does get you around quickly and with style, you know, when you're not slamming into walls, that is.
Oh shit, 2 snipers! Ah! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
I'm the
What?
artillery trucker.
Yeah! Yeah! We are unstoppable! Dévoiler illusion! Rise again.
And seeing the destruction, I must talk about the destruction in this game. It's such a joy to behold, from buildings crumbling and falling apart to huge zeppelins just crashing to the ground in epic fashion.
Blimp's down.
Oh shit, the blimp is down. Blimp is down. Let's get a look at this, Joe.
It's coming down on top of us, though.
Oh god, run!
Oh, that's so
Get into
fucking
this
cool.
tunnel. Oh,
Holy
Jesus.
shit.
Get out of there! Go! Fish!
God
Holy
damn.
shit! Anybody, you guys died?
10 feet away from
Is everybody dead?
You guys, you alive?
I'm alive.
Speak to me.
Good.
Hang on me. Shit. Sniper.
It is all breathtaking. Not since Bad Company 2, one of my favorite battlefields, have I noticed this much destruction and have I had this much fun online. Okay, but what about single player? It starts very strong with an awesome prologue which introduces you to the type of warfare. It's taken a little more seriously. It's shown from like multiple sides, not necessarily these guys are evil. It is a legitimately fantastic campaign filled with great moments.
Oh shit, I don't know I have enough fucking ammo for all this. God damn it. Get some armor on the base, Joe! God damn it!
No! I can't move!
Ammo!
The ammo guy's dead! You're on your own!
Ammo, god damn it!
You have 15 bullets! Make them count! Advance!
God damn it!
Why would you go next to him?
Unfortunately, it is so damn short that it lacks the full emotional impact that it was clearly aiming for. Shockingly, it lasts less than 5 hours! What the fuck? Hardly enough time with any of these individual characters when there's like 4 or 5 of them. In their individual story moments, you're jumping all around. You just don't feel as invested as you should. 3 characters max would have been more effective, with at least double or triple this current campaign length to 10 or 15 hours. That would have been awesome. It's absolutely anemic. And it stinks of EA and DICE's continued, single player laziness or stinginess. And you can see if it was just longer and more fulfilling, it would have been amazing. And that is where Battlefield 1's biggest faults start to creep in. Its lack of content. Now, while not as bad as Battlefront, there does seem to be clear missing elements. It's even displayed prominently and proudly on the multiplayer screen, missing custom matches and missing multiple modes that just sit there and say, coming soon. And this isn't a retail full $60 game. When you consider that you may have paid $80 or $120 or $210 up front, this kind of unfinished feeling is unacceptable from the beginning. Progression initially feels good, but the attachments and unlocks leave a lot to be desired, especially after you're playing for extended periods of time, which I wanted to do with this review. You start to realize that there's no unlock depth, and there's very little class depth. Each class only really has around 4 primary weapons. Yeah, there's different variations, but some of them are really not that useful. And after you level to 4 in that class, the only other gun to grab is at level 10. That means in between 4 and 10, there's absolutely nothing to unlock. No weapons, no customization. It just feels empty and unfinished. It's odd. And don't tell me it's because, oh, there weren't very many weapons back then, Joe. Well, if you do a simple Google or wiki search, you will be staggered by the amount and variety of weapons that actually did exist. It's almost as if they're holding back many of these weapons for future DLC or expansions. And I'm sure some of those weapons are even finished and they're just holding them. And then consider even that some of the weapons in each class aren't worth using, as with others, are completely OP. Like the final assault shotgun, that's range and power are so effective, it is insane.
The Model A10 Hunter.
Model 10A Factory? Or
Yeah,
Hunter?
yeah, yeah. No, Hunter. The Hunter.
What's the difference with the Hunter?
The Hunter has, has like almost no damage fall off, like from what I've seen.
It's like 50 meters.
It's so ridiculous, and because it's the most powerful hitting shotgun, it just fucking destroys people.
He sent up a shock trooper!
They won't notice me. I'm a leaf on the wind. I'm totally stealth right now.
And they do add custom skins from battle packs, which very surprisingly currently cannot be bought with real money in the game. Bravo, EA! I did not expect you to show restraint here, but you did, so credit to you. Thank you, guys. These are earned rather through hard work and gameplay, which I like. However, at least more meaningful personalization and customization between levels would have been appreciated in addition to this, even if it was just more cosmetic stuff like this.
Are you telling me I don't even get the whole item? I gotta assemble a fucking puzzle? For $20? You gave me another white and a fucking puzzle piece? EA! No, please, no! Woo! Legendary Doughboy! Yeah! God damn this up and down roller coaster fucking Vegas slot machine bullshit!
And finally, there's a few other things that nag you, like having to hold spacebar to respawn quickly, absolutely no joystick support for pilots, it's unforgivable. Tank commanders and those pilots get no real unlocks besides maybe one gun, but nothing for their actual vehicles to customize as they did in past battlefields. The medal system is all there for challenges. Those could have resulted in something more rewarding, like unique skins or customization, but they don't give you anything, making them hardly worth doing. And that's the same thing for the dog tag section. I mean, there's no real meaningful point to equipping them. I understand it's to show off your achievement, but just nobody really uses it, and more incentive could have been given. Custom emblems, right? Is only if you download their companion app and you have to create it in this real shitty app. It's just bullshit, okay? And finally, I've noticed this very odd lack of population on the PC version, with many official servers being straight empty. And modes like Rush, almost impossible to find a game in at certain times of day, and I'm not sure why. I tested it, it's not a bug. I go in there and I sit and I wait and wait and wait and wait, 20, 30, an hour. Sometimes 5 or 6 people will show up, and it's odd because there is plenty of people playing. The game's stats are healthy when you actually look at them, but I don't understand what's going on there.
Oh yeah, the video freezes, don't panic, it does that.
Oh no!
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I'm just staring at graves! PTSD!
Cici! Mamma.
Never forgetting Mom Spaghetti.
It just lacks in some content, which is something I wasn't expecting to this degree. But despite all this, Battlefield 1 still feels like a resounding success, and I can still recommend it to any fan of military shooter or squad-based gameplay. A few more steps in the right direction like this from DICE, and I've no doubt that they will eventually nail that higher status. The final verdict for Battlefield 1 is a very solid 8 out of 10, with a badass seal of approval. Yes, it could very well be a 7 out of 10 for some, I can understand that. But I feel the high amount of polish, the new World War I setting, and the undeniable visuals and sound design make for a military shooter that cannot be passed up this year. Go out and get it. Just make sure it's the $60 version at max. Any more isn't spending your money smartly, okay? And how EA can think they can get away with some $50 season pass to gain access to vitally important World War I armies like France and Russia, and probably all the rest of the weapons in between level 4 to 10, it's kind of insulting. So even if you like the game, I would take a wait and see approach with some of that content. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.
Fucking planes. The plane! Motherfuckers are gonna be coming around here! I was shooting his legs!
You're too busy looking at goddamn planes!
Fucking gunner or a plane on.
That's my weakness, Joe! New technology! What the fuck is that thing?
They're about her,
New technology.